5 TikToks dances you can do to help the war in Ukraine. Oh, it never gets old, does it? Heading into some more recent news, the video footage shows an explosion of a large Russian landing ship after reportedly Ukrainian strike in the port of Berdyansk. Berdyansk? And, ooh, it looks like a mess over there, man. Such a mess. And I think there's another one trying to fly away. I'll speed this up a little bit. We'll speed it up. What did that say? Let's see. Right after the strike, ship engulfed in flames, as seen in the video. Scorching. Let's see. According to reports, the ship sank, and with it, one ammo depot and larger fuel tank got destroyed. It was not disclosed how Ukraine hit the ship, but it appears to have been some sort of ballistic missile. Right? You would think somehow. The Orsk is a Russian Alligator-class landing ship with a light of about whatever. The ship was launched and commissioned in 1968, involved in a war in Syria in 2018. Also appears that another Russian landing ship of the Rapuka class caught on fire. Rapuka. According to official reports, the strike was conducted at 7 a.m. on the 24th of March, 2022. There was speculation the Ukrainian forces used a Russian released video to backtrack the exact location of the ship in order to strike it. Yeah, that makes sense. And then Putin decided that unfriendly countries will have to pay in the ruble if they're going to be buying Russian gas, which means I guess that's any NATO country, right? Any NATO country would be an unfriendly country considered. Russian President Vladimir Putin demanded on Wednesday that unfriendly countries use ruble to buy his country's oil and gas, an announcement that sent energy prices soaring further. Markets remained roiled by his military's assault on Ukraine. Russia was hit with crippling economic sanctions after it launched a massive military campaign against Ukraine a month ago. But efforts to isolate Russia economically are complicated by the fact that European Union is dependent on Moscow oil. Yeah, there's not much you can do about that. You got to get your oil from somewhere, and I guess you're going to keep getting it from Moscow, right, Europeans? With the financial, even though America, we could start pumping ours. We could pump ours. We could fix up that pipeline and get that shit straight. With the financial news tightening and the European Union split on whether to sanction Russia's energy sector, Putin hit back with clear message: if you want our gas, buy our gas with rubles. Yeah. Russia will continue the course to supply natural gas in accordance with the volumes and prices fixed in previously concluded contracts, Putin said at a televised meeting with top government ministers. I guess that's probably him saying something on Twitter. But it just goes to show, look, Russian gas accounts for 40% of Europe's total consumption and EU gas imports from Russia. So you don't really want to bite the hand that feeds you too much, though. It's such a weird thing because, you can tighten the leash on Russia as much as you can, but then they're going to turn around and tighten the leash everywhere else where they can to try to continue doing what they need to do. And hopefully all this stuff will end soon and we won't be in another world war. But there's always little escalations for us to see each day, and a couple of Russian ships were hit and sank. One of them were definitely sank. And then Putin's definitely saying that, hey, you guys want our gas and you guys aren't our friends, you're going to have to pay in the ruble, which will, I'm sure that made the ruble spike up. Oh, yeah, the ruble briefly leaped up to a 3-week high past 95 against the dollar. And despite paring some gains, stayed well below 100 after the shocking announcement. The currency is down 20% since February 24th. Yeah, and that's just what it seems like. That's just the way that it seems it's going to be going for a little while. we're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Europe gets a lot of gas from Russia. Russia, in return, makes a lot of money selling their gas to Europe and everywhere else in the world. And now, if there are countries who are not getting along with Russia and they want to buy gas, they have to buy it with their currency, which is, if there are countries that will end up buying the buying the oil, that will help their currency. And it did help their currency. It spiked it up a little bit, but where's it going to go from here? Who knows?